To simplify ratios with decimal point, multiply each term by 10, 100,000 and so on. Here we have a ratio between two decimal numbers, but we said before that ratio must be whole numbers. I need to convert this decimal to whole number at first, then start to simplify the ratio. Check how many decimal places we have in each term. In the first term we have one decimal place, and the second term also we have decimals. That means multiply the two terms here by 10. 2.8 times 10, it's equal 28. 3.62 times 10, it's equal 36. We get the ratio between whole numbers, and now we start to simplify the ratio. Here we have even numbers. We check to divide it by 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 and so on. Here we divided by 2, 28 divided 2 equals 14, 36 divided 2 equals 18. We get even numbers again, divided again by 2, 14 divided 2 equals 7, and 18 divided 2 equals 9. And this is the simplest form, 7 over 9, or 7 to 9. 0.5 to 0.25. Check how many decimal places we have in each term. In the first one we have one decimal place, and the second term we have two decimal. We multiply here according to the more decimal places. Multiply here by 100. 0.5 times 100 equals 50. 0.25 times 100 it's equal 25. Now we get the ratio between whole numbers. Start to simplify the ratio. 50 to 25. If we have 0 and 5, divided by 5. 50 divided 5 equal 10. 25 divided 5 equal 5. We have also 0 and 5 in the unit, divided again by 5. 10 divided 5 equal 2, and 5 divided 5 equals 1. And this is the simplest form, 2 to 1 or 2 over 1. 1.2 to 0.96. In the first term we have one decimal place, but the second has two decimal. That means multiply the two terms by 100 according to the more decimal places. 1.2 times 100 it's equal 120. 0.96 times 100 it's equal 96. Even and even divided by 2. 120 divided 2 equals 60. 96 divided 2 equals 48. Even numbers again, divided again by 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 and so on. But here we can divide it directly by 6. 60 divided 6 equals 10. 48 divided 6 it's equal 8. We get even numbers again, divided here by 2. 10 divided 2 equals 5. 8 divided 2 equals 4. And this is the simplest form because 5 and 4 are two consecutive numbers, and you can write it as a fraction form, 5 over 4. 0.15 to 0.33. Both of them has two decimal places. That means multiply both of them by 100. 0.15 times 100 equals 15. 0.33 times 100 equals 33. Odd and odd, we check to divide it by 3 at first. Yes, both of them can divide it by 3. 15 divided 3 equals 5. 33 divided 3 equals 11. Here we have two prime numbers. That means this is the simplest form for the ratio 5 to 11 or 5 over 11. .2 to 0.89. The first term has one decimal place and the second term has two decimal. That means multiply both of them by 100 according to the number which has more decimal places. 4.2 times 100 equal 420, and 0.98 times 100 equal 98. Even and the even we divided by 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. 420 divided 2 equal 210. 98 divided 2 equals 49. Odd and even divided by 3, but 49 can divide it by 3. Then check to divide by 7. Yes, both of them can divide by 7. 210 divided 7 equals 30. 49 divided 7 equals 7. That means this is the simplest form because we have a prime number 7 and 30 can divide it by this prime number. That means this is the simplest form, 30 to 7 or 30 over 7. 2.423. In the first term we have one decimal place, but the second term has no decimal place. That means we multiply by here according to the number which has decimal places. That means multiply the two terms here by 10. 2.4 times 10 equals 24, and 3 times 10 also equals 30. 24 to 30, both of them are even. Divided by 2, 24 divided 2 equals 12, 30 divided 2 equals 15. 12 to 15, even to odd, divided by 3 here. The simplest form, 4 to 5, because 4 and 5 are two consecutive numbers. Or 4 over 5. 1.2 to 4.8, both of them has one decimal place. Multiply both of them by 10. 1.2 times 10, 12. 4.8 times 10, 48. Both of them are even. Divided here by 2. 12 divided 2 equals 6. 48 divided 2 equals 24. Even again, divided both of them by 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. But here we divided by 6 because we know that 6 and 24 can found in table 6. To get the simplest form, 1 to 4, or write it as a fraction form, 1 over 4. 3.6 to 1.8. We have here one decimal place in both of them, multiply both of them by 10. 36 to 18. Divided both of them by 2, 18 to 9. Divided here by 9, 2 to 1, and this is the simplest form, 2 over 1. Six to 7.5. Here we have one decimal place. Multiply the two terms by 10. 6 times 10 equals 60. 7.5 times 10 equals 75. Now we have a ratio between 60 to 75. Both of them are whole numbers. We start to simplify the ratio. If we have 0 and 5 in the unit, divided both of them by 5. 12 to 15. Divided here by 3, 4 to 5, and this is the simplest form, 4 over 5. 2.5 to 7.5. Here we have one decimal place in each of them. Multiply each of them by 10. 25 to 75. Now we start to simplify the ratio. Divided here by 5, it's equal 5 to 15. Divided by 5 again, 1 to 3, and this is the simplest form, 1 over 3. 2.8 to 3.6. Multiply here by 10. 28 to 36. Start to divide it here by 4. 7 to 9, and this is the simplest form, 7 over 9. 0.2 to 0.16. Multiply here by 100 because we have two decimal places. It's equal 20 to 16. Divided here by 4, 5 to 4, and we can write it 5 over 4. Three to 1.5. Here we have one decimal place. Multiply here by 10. 3 times 10 equals 30, and 1.5 times 10 equals 15. We have in the unit 0 and 5 divided by 5. 30 divided 5 equals 6, and 15 divided 5 equals 3. 6 to 3. We have here a prime number which is 3. Divided here by this prime. 6 divided 3 equals 2, and 3 divided 3 equals 1. 2 to 1, this is the simplest form, 2 over 1. 0.36 to 1.2. Here we have two decimal places in the first term and the second has one decimal. We multiply here by 100. 36 to 120. Divided here by 4. If we have two even numbers, we divide by 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 and so on. 36 can divide by 4 is equal 9 and 120 divided 4 equals 30. 9 to 30 divided here by 3. 3 to 10 and this is the simplest form, 3 over 10. 0.24 and 2.4. We have two decimal places, multiply by 100, 24 to 140. 24 to 240. Divided here by 24. We get the ratio 1 to 10 and this is the simplest form, 1 over 10. 10 to 1.5. We have here one decimal, multiply here by 10. 10 times 10 equals 100 and 1.5 times 10 equals 15. We have a ratio 100 to 15. We have in the unit 0 and 5 divided by 5. 100 divided 5 equals 20 and 15 divided 5 equals 30 equal 3. 20 to 3, this is the simplest form, 20 over 3.